Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1AAuto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20+ years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you, and enjoy the video.
In this video, we're going to show you how to take apart and put back together the front brakes on this 2002 Toyota Tundra, same as most trucks of this era. This vehicle actually doesn't need any new brakes, so we don't replace them, but we do just show you how to take them apart and put them back together. Tools you'll need are jack and jack stands, 21mm socket with a ratchet or a tire iron, a pipe or a breaker bar for some leverage, regular screwdriver, medium and large sizes, pliers, and a 17mm socket. Start by using a flat blade screwdriver. Just carefully pry off your center cap. Okay, if you don't have the benefit of air tools, you'll want to loosen the lug nuts while the wheel is still on the ground, and then raise and support the vehicle and loosen and remove the lug nuts the rest of the way. Okay, fast forward here a little bit. I take the lug nuts off, and then the wheel is kind of stuck onto the hub. So what I end up doing is actually just hitting it from one side from the top and the other side from the bottom, and it breaks loose. And you can see that there's still really good life left on the pads here. And also the rotors are in good shape. Okay, so I'm probably just going to end up taking this apart and putting it back together just so you can see how it's done. Okay, so if you're just looking to change your pads, what you want to do is take a large screwdriver and force it in here. And as this is going to turn while I'm prying, but basically as I'm prying, what I'm doing is I'm forcing these pistons back into the caliper. I'll turn it all the way. Okay, and now I'm going to do it for the other side here too. And I'm going to be pulling the wheel over. And you can already see that there's some play in there. So you pry out on this side, and that forces these pistons back in. Now you can see that these pads are nice and loose. Okay, so take your screwdriver, push down on this little tab, pull this out, and this whole clip comes right out. Okay. Push your pins out a little bit. Now use a pair of pliers. Kind of twist and pull the pins at the same time. And there's another little wire. Just kind of pull this right out. Use your pliers again. Just grab hold of the pads and pull them right out. And then the same thing for the front one. When you check your brakes, always make sure you check both sides. And I already did check the other side. And it's still in good shape. Okay, now you can see our rotor. It's in really good shape, so I'm not going to replace them, but I am going to show you how to take them off. What you want to do at this point is remove these two bolts, one here and then one down here, and they're on the inside of your caliper. Okay, before you remove those bolts, you want to take a screwdriver and pry this clip right up. Once you get that clip up most of the way, use your pliers again. These bolts are 17 millimeter. So first I'll just try with my ratchet. Okay. You may want, if you need a little more leverage, a piece of pipe. Use that, pull down nice and easy so you can break the bolt loose. Okay, I'm going to fast forward here as I remove that lower bolt, then use the wrench and the pipe again to get the upper one and take them almost all the way out. Okay, so as you're pulling the last few threads of these bolts out, I'm just kind of laying the bolts to the side. Do is very, very carefully pull your caliper up, and then just kind of, again, carefully lay it down. You want to just be careful not to bend that hose at all. Over here, remove your brake rotor. Like I said, this brake rotor is in great shape, so I'm not going to replace it. Your new brake rotor on. Just try and do all that. Thread these bolts in a little bit so everything's held in place. Okay, just speed it up here again as I just use the wrench, and I'm going to tighten those up preliminarily and then torque them afterwards. Okay, torque wrench. I'm going to torque these bolts to 100 foot-pounds. Okay, and take a little clip. Okay, it goes in with this kind of edge facing out. And you want to put the pads back in. Okay, once you have that stuff all in, you can put this wire kind of retainer in. Let's see. Just kind of push it up and in there, and up and in there. Okay. You can take your upper pin, and you want to make sure that you have it so the holes face the right way so you can get this retainer back in easily. Put it through. Put it requires a little bit of tapping here. First I'm just kind of turning those pins a little bit. Now I'll put it in. And up here. And in. Okay, just going to fast forward here as I put the wheel back on, and then I hand thread on the lug nuts. You'll make sure you hand thread them on first so you don't cross the threads at all. And now here I'm just tightening up the lug nuts preliminarily with the impact wrench, and then I'll go back and torque them when the vehicle's on the ground. Okay, now here I'm torquing them to 120 foot-pounds, kind of using a crossing pattern as I go. Last but certainly not least, make sure you pump your brakes a bunch of times. Then before you road test the car, make sure that the brakes hold it in gear, and then do a stop from like 5 miles an hour, then 10 miles an hour. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.